Welcome to Daily Daydreaming. Today we'll be daydreaming about visiting John Lennon at his office in the Dakota. Imagine you are in New York City. The year is 1980. The month is October. You've spent the morning walking through Central Park. You are now crossing Central Park West toward the northwest corner of West 72nd Street. Looking up, you see the legendary Dakota apartment building, built with buff yellow brick between 1880 and 1884. Today, the bricks and stones are covered with soot and dirt, but the building is still beautiful. Look at the size of those windows. They're enormous, much taller than any person. To your right, you see a low wall with an ornate railing atop, with depictions of Neptune and sea serpents. As you get closer to the entry, you see the copper-colored sentry box. A gentleman steps out of it, quickly approaches a taxi, and opens the door. He helps actress Lauren Bacall step out of it. You watch as she walks into the entryway to the Dakota. At this point, you stop where you are and look up and notice the ornate designs above where, nearly 100 years ago, horse-drawn carriages passed right where you now stand. The guard approaches and asks if he can help you. You tell him that you have an appointment to meet John Lennon. The guard motions for you to enter. You step forward slowly and pass the ornate iron gates. On the inside the entryway, you look at the bricks that line the side walls. You now look up and admire the groined ceiling above. On the right side is a tall wood door. You approach and open the door. On the other side are a set of 6 steps. You follow them up and then push a heavy door open. You now enter a mahogany-paneled office. To the left is a tall, marble-topped counter. There's a man seated behind it. You tell him you have an appointment with John Lennon. He looks down at a book and then up at you and asks your name. He then picks up a phone and dials. He tells the person on the other line that you are there. While doing so, you look behind him and see a window to the left that overlooks the entryway, and another window that overlooks the courtyard. A moment later, the gentleman tells you that you will be meeting John Lennon in his office. He then gives you directions to getting there. So you turn left and open the door. You walk back down the stairs and find yourself back in the entryway. You turn right and walk toward another set of gates and pass through them. You now find yourself in the Dakota's fantastic courtyard. It is much larger than you expected. Like the exterior of the building, the courtyard is covered with buff yellow bricks. Since they're not exposed to the exhaust systems from passing automobiles, the courtyard is much brighter than the exterior of the building. Looking around, you see large windows with open drapes and shutters that allow you to get a glimpse into some of the apartments. You quickly avert your eyes so you don't come across as being creepy. Looking straight up, you see a bright blue sky with a few scattered clouds. Looking down, you see that there are 2 large cast iron water fountains in the center of the courtyard. You approach the one nearest to you and see glass blocks along the side. At the top, you see a layer of water that flowed down from the calla lilies in the center. Below the water, you see glass roundels which allow light to pass through and into the basement below. You get the feeling that you're being watched from the window in the security office, so it might not be a good idea to stand here much longer. So you turn right as you were instructed to do. Along the ground level, you can see the top portions of windows that allow light to penetrate into basement rooms. You walk towards 7 wide stairs that lead up to a platform where there are attractive double doors. Along the side are brass railings. You grip one of them as you climb the stairs. When you reach the top platform, you see through the glass that there is a private lobby on the other side of the doors. When you reach the doors, you grip the brass doorknob and turn it. You step inside and see white veined marble floors. There are black squares between many of them. Directly in front of you, on the other side of the lobby, is an ornate iron staircase. To your right is an elevator. To the left of that is a set of doors that once led into the Dakota's private restaurant. Turning to your left, you see a wide radiator against marble wainscoting in shades of black and brown. To the left of that are 3 gray marble steps that lead into a hallway. You grip the brass railing attached to the left side of the wall and climb the steps. Directly in front of you is a tall wooden door. You turn right and follow the hallway until you are directly in front of a wall. You turn left. To your right are rooms to an apartment that overlooks Central Park West. To your left is a door. You keep walking toward the air shaft that is located in the center of this side of the building. Before you reach it, you come across another door on your left. You knock, but no one answers. So you knock again. You reach for the door handle and turn it. You slowly and carefully push the door open. You knock on it again. No one replies. You push the door open further and enter. On the far end of the 27-foot room, you see John Lennon, dressed in black pants, black shirt, and black boots, wearing thick glasses, standing in front of a tall and wide window that overlooks the courtyard. He is on the telephone and he motions for you to approach him. So you close the door behind you and enter. To your left is a room that is used as a kitchenette. There's also a door that leads to a toilet. On your right is another room. The door is shut so you can't see inside. Walking further in, you see another window. This one's on the left and overlooks the area where you entered the private lobby. Looking around the room, you see that along the bottom is beautiful wood wainscoting. Above that, the walls are lined with mirrors. Above the mirrors is white molding, and the wall and ceiling are painted like a cloudy blue sky. On the far left is a plush white sofa and chair. In the far corner is a tall tree in a white pot. In front of the sofa is a metal coffee table with a glass top. There are black and white cups and saucers upon it, a beautiful long box, and what seems to be an ancient Egyptian artifact. The entire room is covered in thick white carpeting. Along the windowsill are stereo speakers on each end and books in the center. On the far right corner of this large room is an incredible desk with Egyptian designs along the front. Atop the desk is a shell-shaped lamp, a glass ball, and some small statuary. Behind the desk is a chair with Egyptian designs. To the right is a door that leads to the service elevator and stairs. Turning to your right, you see a black piano against the wall. Above it is a painting of John Lennon and his son Sean when they were in Bermuda during the summertime. You turn and look at John Lennon, who puts his hand over the phone's receiver and tells you to have a seat. For a brief moment, you wonder what he means. Should you sit at his piano, behind the Egyptian desk, or upon the comfortable sofa? There's a seat alongside the piano. You choose to sit there. And so now, here you are. You have daydreamed about this moment for years. You have passed through the gates of the Dakota as an invited guest. You have walked into the Dakota's courtyard. You have entered one of the private lobbies. You're seated in a chair in John Lennon's office. John Lennon is right in front of you. He will be off the telephone any minute now, and you'll be all alone with him. John Lennon. Wow. You will be able to ask John Lennon any question you like, and he will answer you. So, what will you say to him first? What questions will you ask? Your daydream about visiting John Lennon at his office in the Dakota begins right